Hi, I'm Lily Sooter, kindergarten teacher at Hexter Elementary, and this is my second filming for the Year of the Life series, and I'm really excited to be back with everyone.
Hi, I'm Sydney Banks. I'm the assistant principal at Hexter, and I'm excited to be filming.
Right now in the classroom, we're gearing towards winter break. This week we have ACPs, which is the testing that the district does, so a lot of what we've been doing the past couple weeks have just kind of been getting students prepared for that. Which is a big deal for them. They're 5, and so testing is not, their favorite thing in the world, but we've kind of been preparing them for that. Also, we've really been focusing on guided reading lately. I think last time I talked to y'all, I was kind of still trying to figure out how to make stations run, how to make the groups happen, and I think we finally kind of gotten in a routine and a rhythm of that, and the kids really understand what's expected of them now, and so that's kind of been our main focus, and I think it's turned out well so far. I think the biggest help has honestly just been asking my colleagues, and then also trial and error. We've tried a lot of different systems for stations. We've done the whole thing where you move the pictures around so they know where to go. We've tried letting them pick. We've tried me picking. I've asked other classrooms how they've done it, and I think at this point we kind of just figured out what works for us in our system, and everyone's on board with it.
The support that we lend to the teachers on our campus definitely varies. We begin by tiering them based on years of service. So we want to give the most support to our novice teachers, and then we want to kind of tier that off. Now, initially with our newer teachers, what we do is we kind of look at one-on-one support and check-ins first to make sure that they're kind of thriving, and then figuring out how we can kind of support them even more. With Lily, the good thing about her is we've been able to do weekly check-ins. So we do one-on-one check-ins every Monday, and basically what we do there is we talk about what's going well, what's something that needs to be upgraded, and what's additional support that you need. So that kind of opens the conversation for us to figure out how we can kind of build this team together and make sure that she's headed in the right direction. So with that conversation, from there we go and look at observation feedback and TEI domains to make sure that she's kind of hitting the goals that we've set for her in the beginning of the year.
Yeah, and I feel like I really like the weekly check-ins because it's not they're not coming in my room every single day, so I feel supported, but I also feel like I have the freedom to kind of do my own thing and figure out how to make it work for myself, but then I know there's going to be that point where if I do have a question, they'll come in and I can talk to them about that. I think my biggest surprise so far has just been seeing kids actually learning. I know that's the purpose of school, but I feel like a lot of times at the beginning of the year I had my doubts, am I doing anything right? Are these kids learning anything? How am I going to know? How are they going to get where they need to be for first grade? But I've seen a lot of my kids come in who they knew nothing, and now they know their alphabet, they know their sight words, they're reading, they're understanding some of the math concepts. So I think that's been really cool for me to see, just because I didn't know if it was ever going to happen, but I think it's kind of starting to get to that point in the year where I can see that, and it's really encouraging. One of my students came at the beginning of the year, had never been in school before, which is pretty normal for kindergarten, and he couldn't write his name, didn't know any of the alphabet, had a lot of behavior issues just because didn't know what was expected of him, and kind of at this point in the year he knows the alphabet. He is reading easy books where he's supposed to be on level. He's getting questions right on math assessments. He knows the expectations and the rules and really knows how to follow them. So that's been a cool example. I think as far as taking care of myself, I could definitely do a better job of it, but I'm trying to not stay as late at school and kind of have at least a day on the weekend where I don't think about school or do anything with school. So I kind of have that break to reset, and I think that's been helping, leaving earlier and then having a couple days during the weekend dedicated to just myself and not thinking about what needs to be done has been the most helpful thing for me so far.
Self-care at Hexter is extremely important. We want to make sure that our teachers are their best selves in front of our students so that we can continue to grow. So for us, if our teachers need a day, we support them in that. We're just a text away. That's our motto. So if, in fact, they're stressed out in their classroom and they just need a 10 to 15 minute break, they can text us and we can kind of give them that relief.
Yeah, and I think it's been very encouraging for me to hear as a first-year teacher that it's okay to take care of yourself and it's okay to need a break and it's okay to not have it all together. So I think that's been helpful for me. I think I'm just excited to watch them keep growing, because I feel like the first half of the year is really just like figuring each other out, and then the second half of the year is where they start to soar. So I'm excited to see that and to see their faces again when they come back, and I know they're all going to look bigger because I feel like they grow so fast at this age. But yeah, I think it'll be exciting to see the rest of the year and how things play out.